Okay, let's dive right in. You've probably heard the term mindfulness buzzing around the workplace. It's a huge topic for sure, but what does it really mean when you're just trying to get through your workday? So you gotta wonder, right? Is this just the latest corporate trend, the flavor of the month that's gonna fade away? Or is there something real, something foundational to all this? That's exactly what we're gonna unpack. And it's a serious question because, listen, we're not talking about small startups here. Some of the biggest, most successful companies on the planet are pouring real money and time into this. We're talking titans like Google, Nike, and Deloitte. They seem to think there's something to it.
So, to figure out what they're seeing, we first need to get on the same page about what mindfulness actually is. And honestly, the best way to do that is to start by throwing out what it isn't. Let's ditch some of those common myths right now.
You know, when most people hear mindfulness, their brains immediately jump to yoga mats, incense, maybe some chanting. But the reality, especially in a work context, is way more down to earth. We're not talking about mantras, we're talking about simple awareness. It's about focused attention and just taking a more measured, thoughtful approach to what's in front of you. So when you boil it all down, here's the core of it. Mindfulness at work is just the simple practice of being fully present. It's about focusing on the email you're writing right now, without your mind getting hijacked by worries about that meeting you had yesterday or the big deadline that's coming up next week. And, while this feels very trendy and modern, the idea itself is ancient. It actually has deep roots in Buddhist teachings. It's a practice that's been around for centuries, and now it's just been adapted for the unique pressures of our professional lives. Okay, so that's the what. Now for the really important question. Why should you or your company even care? Let's get into the good stuff, the real tangible benefits, the actual workplace payoff. And this isn't just guesswork. Research highlighted in the Harvard Business Review shows that the advantages pretty much boil down to 5 key areas, and these can seriously transform how we feel and perform at work. Let's break them down. All right, first up, and these two really go hand in hand, it builds resilience and emotional intelligence. Mindfulness literally helps decrease the physical effects of stress, which makes you way more resilient when things get tough. That's benefit number 1. And number 2, it helps you regulate your emotions, so you're not just reacting all day. Think of it like building up your mental and emotional muscle. Coming in at number 3, it actually promotes creativity. By quieting down all that mental noise, you open up space for new ideas and innovative thinking. And number 4, this one's huge. It enhances your relationships at work. It helps you be more tolerant, a better listener, which improves team dynamics and morale across the board. And this brings us to the 5th, and let's be honest, maybe the most critical benefit for our modern workplaces: focus. In a world of nonstop notifications, emails, and pings, the ability to truly concentrate on one thing at a time has become a genuine superpower. Mindfulness is basically training for that superpower. And if you're wondering why this is all so important, just look at this statistic. It's kind of staggering, right? A quarter of Americans say their job is a source of anxiety. That's a massive number. It shows that tools for managing stress aren't just a nice-to-have perk anymore. They're an absolute necessity. So we've covered the what and the why. But what about the how? How do you actually do this stuff? Let's switch gears from theory to practice with some super simple things you can literally start doing today. This is a fantastic place to start because anyone can do it. Just 10 minutes. Find a comfy chair, close your eyes, and just pay attention to your breath. And look, your mind is going to wander. That's what minds do. The goal isn't to have a perfectly empty brain. The whole practice is just noticing when your mind has drifted and then gently, without beating yourself up, bringing it back to your breath. It's like a reset button. And of course, it's not just about individual exercises. Companies can really step up here. Think about introducing a dedicated quiet space where people can go to decompress, or mandating actual breaks away from the desk. Even something as simple as encouraging people to write gratitude notes can help shift the whole culture. Now hang on. Before you rush off to implement all this, there are 2 crucial rules to remember. These will help you avoid the common pitfalls that can totally derail the whole effort. Rule number 1, and this is non-negotiable, you have to keep it voluntary, period. The moment you try to force people to be mindful, you've completely defeated the purpose. It just becomes another chore, another source of stress. It has to be an invitation, never a requirement. And rule number 2 is just as important. Please remember, this is not just another productivity hack. Yes, improved focus and productivity are often fantastic side effects, but that's not the primary goal. The true goal is well-being and emotional balance. Healthier, happier minds are the prize. Better productivity is just the bonus. So, we'll end on this question, which brings us right back to that simple breathing exercise. I want you to really think about this. Whether you're running the company or just starting out, could finding just 10 minutes of quiet in your day actually transform your entire experience at work? Everything we've seen suggests the answer could be a huge yes.